Okay, there it is in the light. Man, I like the way that turned out. So I did notice after I came back in that there's some spots up in the top of these plugs I didn't get, and I'll have to mix up a little bit of paint and narrow the spray down. I think I'll just cut a hole in something that size and blow it in there. And I kind of wish that I'd have got paint onto that chamfer right there, because that'll show. But I can, when I mix some up, I can take a little teeny brush and put some on there. Anyway, so all I did was turn the air off and just pushed it over as it came down. So now I'll get the hoist and pick it up, move it out of the way. And then, like I say, I'm going to build a rack inside there that I can hang all the accessory parts off of and get those painted. So I didn't have these bolted on because I want paint under these, because I don't want rust pouring out from under here. So these will come back off and get painted separate and then get bolted back on. But that's going to look good and peaty. Real good. All right, boys, there she is in all her glory. Turned out really good. I like it. Especially like that manifold. They were able to take that rusty old crusty thing, clean it up, and coat it inside and out. Looks good, really good. So I have spent all day long priming stuff. These parts all right here are going to be black. And then this is all the stuff in here that's the red color. Thermostat, housing, manifold, water pump, cooler, water pipe, this water pipe.
Compressor, oil cooler bonnet, brackets for it, plate goes between the cooler and the block, intake manifolds, oil filter base.
So I'm not a very good welder, so I just used masking tape. Seems to have worked. So my switchblade turbo's over here on the bench. There she is. So I painted this with Radiant Fire Pearl Metallic. And that's what the truck was painted with from the factory. Although that was an Imron paint, and this is a two-stage urethane paint. But it should stay shiny. And it's a good hard paint. So you can kind of see the pearl and the metallic in it. So you're probably asking yourself why I went to all this effort to paint this thing and paint it so nice. Well, I went to all that work to strip all the paint off that block, and I just figured why not do a nice job. Now you can kind of see here on the rough cast, I probably should have put it down a lot thicker here. You can see some flash on it, but I'm practicing for the 1693. That one I want to paint some kind of a yellow, not cat yellow, but some kind of really bright yellow that really catches your eye, makes it pop. And it'll be the same color I paint the truck. So anyway, I'm a learning. Spent a lot of time taping all this stuff too, to make sure that I didn't get paint where it wasn't supposed to be. And then the top covers on this, they're in primer gray. I'm going to paint those a shiny black. I got a can of black paint, and that's what I'm going to use to paint some of that other stuff is black. And I was kicking myself because I had this is the STC oil line that goes up there on the rocker boxes, and all I really needed to do was hang it up and prime it and paint it, and I completely forgot about it because it was sitting over here. So a lot of guys were asking about the oil pickup. So there's the oil pickup tube in there, and there's a pipe that goes on that, and that's these two items. So this pipe right here is going to slide inside of that pipe there, and there's an O-ring here, and it pinches that O-ring between that flange and the pan. There's a chamfer on it, and that's what seals it. Then there's a big square cut O-ring that goes on this one, and that slides over this end, and then it goes up into the oil pump. There's a gasket on this side. So you got an O-ring, gasket, O-ring. So I did not forget the oil pickup tube. All right, so I got the compressor on temporarily. I was gonna put the accessory drive pulley on, see how that works out, but they drilled the hole too deep. So the guy that sent me the little gray plastic drawers with metric and American little screws, all that kind of stuff, you saved the day again. So in the American ones there wasn't any smaller than this pin, but in the metric ones there was, so I put a few down in the hole, and that's going to hold that pin up. I think I'll have to, when I put I may have to get the calipers and check that first, see if I'm not too far up. Anyway, I don't have the bolts for the compressor painted yet. I hit it with magic marker there, dang it, and right there. So I just wanted to get it up there, make sure this was okay, and put my fittings in. And I had to make a new hose, and look what I did. I probably could have been 1.5 inches longer, and I could stretch it and put it on there, but I don't like that, so I'll probably get another one. So this is the mount for the fan drive. I painted a bunch of stuff black today. I got the cooler assembly on, water pipe. So there's some more stuff right there, and I can't tell. I don't know, it feels kind of slimy, but it could be oil and lacquer thinner. So what I did when I took the paint off of this is I stuffed a paper towel in there, and then I taped this off, and I sprayed it with some paint stripper. Took it outside in a little wire brush, got it off, and then I sprayed it with lacquer thinner and brushed it to get it good and clean. And when I tipped it up in here, it left some junk on the table. It wasn't black. All right. So I got all the little things in here and painted the last of the accessories, pieces, parts, fuel lines, brackets. I used up all my paint. I'm hoping I don't have any bare spots. I've got 2 boxes in here with bolts, washers, nuts, all that fun stuff. So let's see, let's touch the back side of this. Yeah, she's still tacky, so let's gonna need probably a couple of hours to really harden up, my guess. Mr. Griffey's in the shop with me. He likes to come out here. I don't know how he feels about the stench. I got all that stuff painted and I ran out of paint at the end. I was just touching up like bolt heads thinking I was done. And I took my mask off, cleaned all the overspray off my glasses, picked up one of the shop lights and walked in there and just went, oh my gosh, how could I have missed all these places? And so I got in the truck, ran down to Pocatello. I get my paint from a company called NCS, National Coating Supply, and bought one more pint of the color, the red pearl metallic, $85 for a pint. Here she is in her glory. Pretty much all assembled. Got to put a starter and a flywheel on, and the dampener and the pulley. Got the switchblade on. Got the center section all painted. What else I got to do? Had a lot of guys tell me I didn't put the pickup tube in. I think I covered this. Yeah, I did. That's the outlet right there for the pickup tube. So, what do you think? Does it look good? I like the black valve covers on the red. She looks nice. I just hope it don't blow up. Oh, that'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Kaboom! A hole right in the block. I shouldn't say that stuff, should I? Anyway, this has taken me quite a while. I had a lot of prep work to do, priming, painting. That right there is really consuming, painting bolts, bolt heads, washers. But I think I pretty much have everything that I'm going to paint with a spray gun painted. I think it's about time to fold up the old paint booth. Stuff it in a box. So anyway, turbo charger. It's an HT60. Tell me what you think. Do you like it or no like it? I think it turned out really well. I like this color. It's got pearl in it. Kind of looks blue in the right light. You just can't see the glory in this camera. It's just on the smooth surfaces. Oh, it's pretty. It's so pretty, shiny. Anyway, I've been looking all over the shop for my gasket for that. I cannot find it anywhere for the life of me. I've been through all these boxes. I cannot find it. So I'm going to have to buy another one. Balls. Next video, it should be running.